Hello everyone and welcome back to Wicked Art. It's Wicked here and it's Fun Draw Friday. So today we are going to be drawing Deadpool, one of my favorite Marvel characters next to Spider-Man and Nightcrawler. So we're going to draw him today, but we're going to kind of do like a Deadpool's personality kind of deal. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with the head. Okay, so we're going to take the head shape. And I'm going to kind of bring in a little bit, come back out, and then go down into the chin. Bring that jawline back. And we'll draw the back side of the head. And we'll bring it down into there. And we'll bring down into the neck a little bit. So let's do the collar piece about right here. And the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to put the shoulder close by the face, or the chin. Let's kind of round that this way. And we'll take that back. Let's go back this way. And build up the shoulder like that. I might get my camera to refocus. There we go. Then we'll kind of come off a little bit here. And then want that bicep to start right about right here. And then from that shoulder, have that tricep come off here. Go down. Okay, so we're going to put like a little, his Hello Kitty backpack on him. So let's take this up that way. Have it draped over the shoulder. And have that stretch back. So we'll take this back by the collar. We'll have that strap end right there. Okay, and then from here, we can do the rest of like the chest. Have that come down that way. Now, face here, I want to put that finger right here. Kind of covering his face a little bit, like he's placing his finger on his cheek there, but we want to kind of make sure we get the other glove parts in the right spot. So let's add in some of the glove detail. Right there on the finger. And that can lead us to the top part of the knuckle. Or at least the knuckle guard. And we can build this out and come down. Bring this out that way just a little bit. Oops. Okay. So we'll have a little bit there. Let's round that down. Go back. Make this one a little shorter because it's the pinky. And we'll take it back this way. So we can extend this down just a little bit. Okay, so then we'll just want the finger come out. Actually, we're gonna have to move. Sorry about that, y'all. We're gonna have to move that out. So let's do. Let's just finish the head first. Let's go ahead and put all that. Let's go ahead and put all that detail in there. I think what my problem is I don't really have the head out wide enough. So we can kind of run a line down from the top of the head. Trying to get that eye shape in there. Not necessarily the eye, but you know, the black that goes around it. So we kind of come up Let's have a little bit of a curve right here. Have it go up. And come down that way. We'll get the eye shape there. We come over, go up. A little bit of a curve down. And then what we can do is we can bring this part out a little bit more. And then right here at that point, we can bring down the eye. And then like right here, where that connects, you kind of round it in just a little. Straighten that down. And back here in this area, we want to kind of have that hang off from the mask. Just kind of erase that back. And go that way. And then we can take the rest of the mask, shape it to the face a little bit. We'll clear that up. So, again, my apologies. We're gonna clean this up some. Readjust. I think what I'll do first is, hey, and it's okay. When it comes to art, you're kind of drawing stuff out of your head. You kind of have to reconfigure what you're doing sometimes. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do the finger first. I think so if my nose was here, mouth would be here. So that's my problem, is I'm putting the finger too far down. Let's just bring it up some. Like that. We have our glove piece. Take that down. Another glove. So I want to kind of leave a gap. we'll bring the fingers down this way. Bring this up just a little bit more. Like that. Okay. And from here, you can draw that knuckle guard back down here again. So we can kind of arch this out. We keep it a little bit bulkier right there. Take that in. Let's do this. Let's thicken. Finger just a little bit. Okay. Now that I have that in place, we can bring the backpack strap out. Have that curve in this way. Come back to a point about right here. And then we're going to see a little bit of the edge here. Come in and draw the buckle. And we'll take that edge all the way back to here. Okay. So again, that's the thing with the art is it's not easy to be perfect 100% of the time. We're always going to have moments where we mess up, so just always keep pushing. Try to get the best you can. And I'm just drawing in the strap from the backpack. You kind of tighten it up at. Okay. So now what I can do is from right here, you can kind of bring sword up. Just have that run down. Because our strap's actually going to run behind it. So let's continue that down at least far enough where we can get the shoulder shape in here. And then like down here, and get that collar in there. And since we're turned a specific way, we're going to take our sword on the other side here. And that'll kind of be the start of the backpack. It's the same thing here. We want that kind of shoulder shape. Come down. And get my chest piece going. Get those black suit details in there. Just kind of curve that at a tip there, right here. Then we'll take it down. I cut that off there. Then from here we can have another strap section, small with an overlap. And take that out into the bigger piece that's going down. And that just continues to stretch from there. Like that. Okay. So we want this to be our shoulder piece, so as it comes down, we're going to build out to the tricep and the leather guard on the strap. Take that in, give it a little bit of an edge. And what that'll do is that'll kind of give us a chance to add a little more detail by splitting the leather on the shoulder. And then we can just come from here, our bicep, and then we'll have this leather strap go around the arm. Want this to kind of curve down that way. Then we'll take this and go back. And obviously that'll start our forearm and elbow. So we probably should actually take this out somewhere. We give this a little bit more meat to our tricep and forearm connection here, so we want to kind of come up this way. Alright, so we have that. Now I can come down here and start finishing work on the hand. So we kind of have this top layer here. I'm going to have that turned down this way. Like that. And then we're going to take this in. Okay, and we'll do that again. We'll kind of come down just a tad. Leave a little gap. Take that back and connect it. Leave another gap. And just connect it there. That way we have a little bit of padding on the gloves. Okay. So now that that's in place, I'm going to run it down from right here. We'll have a little bit that kind of runs down to the hand here. And then we'll take the hand down. We'll curve that in. We'll end here. We'll come out and get another leather wrist guard strap going. And then I can just take down into the forearm. And again, we want to kind of have those seam lines on the arm. And then what we'll do is just bring, just because the way we're turned, the way we're facing, we'll bring that bicep down this way. That way it looks like we're turned away from. So let's take this bit of the strap up a little bit higher so it goes past the chest. And so taking that down, kind of curve this out some more. And come in here to the sword and make these little diamond shapes for the wrap here. And let's go ahead and close off the top. Both of them, we'll give them like a little bit of a flat pommel on the top. Again, we'll just keep going down with our diamond shapes. On the sword there. And do the same thing on this side over here. Okay. So now we have that in there. I'm going to finish off this backpack here. Okay, so we kind of bring this down into here because it's kind of like draped over guard. So let's just draw the shape. Actually, let's come out from the top here. We'll bring that down. We'll kind of do the zipper part here. I'm not going to draw in the zipper itself, but I'm going to have the two levels of it. Just kind of have it curve. Take that down. Again, we'll extend that backpack out. Get to that final pocket down here. In the meantime, we'll do the bottom strap. And that piece of the bag there. And we could draw this head shape here. And again, this is me not looking at anything, so forgive me if I butcher Hello Kitty here. Try my best. Try my best to give her a dress here. Little feet. Yeah, we'll just leave her off. I'd have to look up a picture of Hello Kitty to see what she looks like, but we'll just do the next best thing. Put some polka dots all over the bag. Maybe that'll help sell the silliness of it a little bit. Okay, so the rest of it we'll just leave like that. Let's take this forearm out some more. Get this forearm going. Down into the body. And this next part you do not have to do. You could just do a refinement of it. But I'm going to take a simple ink pen. It's just a Sharpie ink pen. And I'm just going to trace over everything. But you could just trace over everything with your pencil, and as you go along, you know, erase out the sketchy lines. But I mean, you saw how much I was having some issues, but it's fine to mess up, you know, especially when trying to draw from memory. That's like I remember seeing this particular, like him posing like this, I think in a promotional poster way back when, and just trying to recreate it from my mind. That's what I always loved about Deadpool. He's just real silly, especially breaking the fourth wall, the things that he's into. Like one of the things they didn't touch on in the
the movies too much is how much he absolutely loves the Golden Girls, and especially B. Arthur. He's also a little obsessed with the Olsen twins in the comic books as well, but he's just always been a funny character to me. Um, the sheer nonsense that he comes up with and his justifications for doing things are just too funny. I'm just adding in a few extra lines here on the glove. The rest of it I'm just going to trace out. But yeah, that's the thing when you come to my channel, you're going to learn that, I don't sit here and practice this stuff ahead of time. I try to do it real life right here in front of you with all the mess ups and everything, just to show you that you don't have to be perfect. Yes, there are artists out there that can nail stuff without any problems whatsoever, but it's also okay to make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect every time. It's alright to mess up. Alright, so again, if you're just still using the pencil and you're going over everything, that's fine. Just make sure that so that the edges look nice and clean, that you're going through and erasing any of your sketchy lines. And that way it just, like I said, it'll look nice and clean. You're all done with it. At the end of the day, no matter how fast you draw, having the basic foundations and understanding is what's important first, and then you can work on speeding up and getting faster as you go. Okay, so now I'm going to go around the head. And the thing you gotta be careful with when you use these pens, if you see sometimes I have to go back over a spot to fix it, it's permanent. So you have to kind of find a way to adjust it to make it so it doesn't mess up your entire picture. So I am just taking my time to make sure I get everything on there correctly so that it's not messed up when I'm finished. Get that shoulder in here. Arms. And then just make sure I work my way up the sword. Actually, I think the way I did the swords is more like how it looks in the comic books, not the movies. Because I think in the movies he doesn't have the traditional wraps going on around it. I think he's got more of just like they're a hardened surface. Probably for production purposes, probably made it last longer in the movie where all the fight scenes not really tearing up the grip too much. But that's what I was going for, is like how it looks in the movies, but I don't think that's how the straps look on the sword, but that's okay. We ain't gonna stress over it. Alright, so we're almost done. Now I'm going to do a final step. And then from there you can choose to color it or do whatever extra thing you want to do with it, whether it's paint it or something of that nature. Okay. So now that I have all of that built in, I don't want to leave my sketchy lines on here. So I'm going to go through, and I'm going to, I'm not going to press down super hard. I'm just going to go through and give enough pressure that it gets rid of all of my pencil lines. And like I said, from this point, you could choose to just color it and go from there. Like I said, my goal is just to get rid of as much of the sketchy lines as I possibly can, so it's nice and clean. Okay. And then I'm going to go around the negative space and just give it a thick outline. For those of you that have been on the channel a while, you know I like doing that with my pictures. For anybody that's new, I just like to thicken up the outside edges because it gives it a nice little pop off the page. So I just tend to go around the picture and thicken up the edges. And just continue to work my way around. And you can see how that difference is from here to there. And a lot of these times, I know sometimes I go in and, if you've seen any of my older videos, sometimes I'll go in and put a lot of ink detail on some of my drawings. This one, I'm not so much. I wanted to do it in a way that would set you up to be able to, again, just kind of color it however you wanted. That way it's you know, open to your interpretation on what you want to do with the rest of the image. Okay, so I'm just going to continue around. The other reason this is nice is let's say you did want to color this. having this ink, let's say you were using like a marker or colored pencil or just anything, really, these lines are going to be pretty permanent to not mess up or take away from your line drawing. I know when I was little, I'd spend all this time drawing something really cool on a piece of paper, and then I go grab like markers or a colored pencil, and you start coloring, and your lines just start disappearing, and kind of ruins and overtakes your image. So this kind of helps establish those lines permanently so that you don't mess up all that hard work that you just put into your image. And the nice thick line, like I said, if you look at it, it's making it, pop off the page a little bit more. But while I'm finishing that up, I need a huge favor. Number one, if you like what you're seeing and it sparks something in your head to go, man, I wish I could learn how to draw this, or whatever, whether it's for Fun Draw Friday or Tiny Tuesdays, Digital Wednesdays, leave a comment for me. I don't really have a way to do polls, just because, subscriber count, which it's whatever. Not really doing it for that. I just really like teaching people how to draw. But the only way I'm going to know what you want to see more of or less of is if you leave comments. That way I can make sure that you're getting the things that you want to learn. And I won't just be winging these random videos. I mean, unless you just like seeing what I'm drawing. But I'm just saying, if you're actually here to learn how to draw and want to learn some different things, or you have a favorite character that you'd like to see drawn, whether it be in my style or 100% accurate, just let me know down in the comments. It'll really help me out and guide me to getting you the content that you came here to see. Alright, so we're going to finish that up. Okay, it's nice and clean. Everything's all done with that, and then you could just come in here and just color the eyes black, the shoulder piece black, and just whatever you wanted to do with that, okay? That was a little long video, but that's okay. Like I said, good art takes time, but I did hope you have fun. I hope you stuck around long enough to actually finish the project. Feel free to share it with me on Twitter. I have a Twitter account at WickedArt5. Other than that, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Leave me a comment. Other than that, until next time, keep sketching, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? Bye.